MOSFET operation.
Yeah, as MOSFET we know is made up of a P substrate and some source and drains,
Okay.
substrate and source and drains. When we see when we go for NMOS, we have P substrates and N plus doped, so as source and drain, and also P plus that is for grounding. So source and drain are controlling for current, whereas VGS is used for to create the channel.
Okay.
So here the
So
MOSFET
as
is the
VGS
voltage. Yeah. Okay.
as
Continue.
VGS is zero, as VGS is zero, we will see there is a resistance and there is no current for VDS 0. As we increase the gate source voltage, we are going to see there will be a formation of channel, because the channel is formed because if you apply positive voltage at the gate, we are going to see repulsion of the holes, and we are going to see the depletion, and slowly electrons are going to form, are going to come to near the channel between source and drain. They are going to form a channel. So if there is a one more, this thing is known as threshold voltage. Threshold voltage is can be defined as the minimum voltage required to form a channel.
Okay.
So
Minimum
the channel is formed,
voltage is how much?
sir.
Minimum voltage is how much?
Yeah, we can call according to the technologies there will be, sir, for example 0.7.
Yeah. Okay. Continue.
For so after channel is created, we can keep VGS constant, VGS minus VTH constant. We can increase the VDS, so we can see the flow of current.
Okay.
We can measure, and we can see the linear increase. As VDS increases, the current increases. So
Okay.
VDS and ID, we can say that it will be in triode region or linear region.
Okay.
So as VDS goes on increase beyond VGS minus VTH, there we can see that there will be a pinch off. That means there is a potential difference between the gate and the channel, between VDS and VGS. We are
Okay.
going to say the pinch off conditions. We are going to say constant current. So we can give the ID equations for linear and saturation, like nu C of WL VGS minus VH into VDS minus VDS square by 2 for VGS less than VGS minus VT, and
Okay.
for saturation also 1 by 2 nu and C of WL VGS minus VT whole square.
Okay.
So we can plot the graph. We can with VDS and ID. As same thing comes for PMF also. We are going to see the voltage different voltage
Okay.
values.
So how many diodes in CMOS?
We can see two diodes back to back connected.
Two back-to-back connected diodes.
Only two or five?
Okay, one, two.
So thinking about how many diodes in CMOS?
In, C, in CMOS,
In CMOS only.
CMOS we have.
in CMOS we are going to see four, one, two, three, four.
Anyone? How many diodes in CMOS? Actually, this is basic question. Sir, layout in layout trained people.
Yeah,
So how many diodes? Five or six or four?
six I think.
Six. How?
If we consider the ground one, like another um, body, ground one also we are going to see six.
Okay. So thinking that, and so what is latch up? What type of precautions latch up?
Latch up we are going to see the, okay, if someone wants to say,
Continue. Continue. After the continue.
Okay, it is a low impedance path between ground and VDS because of the parasitic BJTs.
Okay.
There will be a latch up. A latch up can be occur through any like means sudden changes of power supply due to high switching or some
Okay.
leakage current, we are going to see latch up.
Okay. So
So due to sir,
how can do connected?
how can
How can do connected? Means
how
front
can
front direction or back direction?
the leakage current?
No. So what is that shape? Tell me clearly.
It's a low impedance path between VDD and VSS due to parasitic BJTs of
Okay.
parasitic BJTs.
Okay.
In a CMOS, we are going to see unknownly there will be formation of BJTs. So
Okay.
there will be path from them from VD to VSS. So unwantedly there will be leakage current.
Okay. So
So we
what
are
is
going to
okay? So what is SCR?
see,
Anyone try this SCR?
SCR
link
trumps as a silicon
Silicon control
controlled
resistor.
rectifier.
rectifier.
Why? Where is formed? Why formed?
It is created by the BJTs in the CMOS between the anvils with the P substrates. So they are back to back connected. So the property is that when the SCR is trigger on, it is always ons up to it is burned out.
Okay. So any relation between latch up and SCR?
Yeah, the SCR structure is going to form in CMOS.
Yeah.
Same, the after some time voltage there will be a huge loss. Breakdown voltage will be occur.
Okay. Okay. What are precautions for
We are
latch?
going to the same. So for latch up, we can see that we can see for STI shallow trench isolation we can do, and we can do for deep enwell. Guard rings,
Okay.
more taps.
Okay.
Mm,
Anyone? Anyone try this? Water prevents for latch up.
Majorly, most popular is a guard ring and placing the end taps at the regular intervals.
Okay.
This is a two major.
Next, anyone single. So missing one something. So substrate level or increase or decrease? Substrate
decrease.
level increase or decreasing in latch up.
Latch up.
Yeah. So this is one type of
Increase
prevention.
increase the doping.
Decrease.
Substrate level decrease.
We are going to decrease the substrate resistance.
Yeah. This is main point there. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So next, what is matching?
Matching is yeah. Continue.
In the CMOS process, there are some process variations pressure, voltage, and temperatures. There is a when you try to create a layout due to the some process variations, there is some mismatch due to this process. So the characteristics which we want from the layouts is not match with the expectations. To minimize these process variations, we create our layouts in a some match techniques to maintain the layout characteristics like the VT, ID, etc. So we use some common techniques like the common centroids or interdigitated techniques to maintain our matching during the creation of the layout.
Okay, anyone try this?
Yeah, matching is a technique used to minimize errors to produce by process variation. Like process variations mean during fabrication we are going to see like different kinds of etching is not done properly, and doping, ion implantation, and oxide thickness. These parameters are not going to be same for all the elements. So for a sensitive elements like current mirror and differential impedance, we need to have exact thickness and exact etching. Everything should be same. So we'll go for matching to provide these errors. So matching can be done by matching is mainly consistent like we need to match the symmetric coincidence. Our area should be as near and it should be as compact. So in order to do matching, we have two techniques: interdigitization and common centered. Common centered is done for differential pair for VGS and VT related problems, and interdigitization done for current matching. It can be done in one axis, whereas common centered it should match in x-axis and y-axis, and our routing and all techniques are going to be same. Everything
Okay.
should be matched.
Okay. So why do you prefer resistance matching for common centroid?
Yeah, because resistors
In common centroids, we take care the matching gradients in x and the y-axis in the both directions. So it provides more robust and a good matching as compared to the interdigitization. Because in the we take care about only the one directions like x-axis or the y-axis. But in common centroids, we take care in the both x and y-axis both.
Okay. So what type of
where
properties of common centroid?
common centroid we are going to match in x and y axis, and we are going to place a dummy at both the ends.
Okay. Properties or rules. What type of rules followed for common centroid?
Rules
Yeah, rules. Anyone?
is
Don't
like
know.
Coincidence,
Symmet-
symmetry, dispersion,
dispersion,
and
compactness,
compactness.
orientation.
Oh yeah, yeah. So totally 5 or 4?
5.
4.
5 or 4?
5.
Okay. So tell me again.
Yeah, like symmetry,
Okay.
compactness,
Okay.
dispersion,
Okay.
uh, mm, orientation,
Okay.
Coincidence.
Yeah.
coincidence.
Okay.
5
So
properties.
okay. So what type of rules for interdigation?
Internalization we can see like
The same rules, but in only one axis.
only one
Same.
axis.
Yeah, good. So tell me resistor matching. Anyone?
Register is done in common centered.
Okay. Okay. So next, so tell me about pull up and pull down.
The pull-up
Sir?
network is connected to the power supply, where the pull-down network is connected to the ground. When in a given schematic, there will be demarcation line. So the circuit above the line is called as pull-up network, and circuit below the demarcation line is called as pull-down network.
Okay. Anyone?
So at these junctions,
Yeah, it must.
generally we will get the output.
Okay. Anyone? Anyone try this?
Yeah, we can see like pull down and pull up like a. It must can act as a pull down device. It's because it has a strong functionality to discharge all the charge from drain to source to the ground.
Okay.
Whereas PMOS act as pull up. I mean, like we can see that we can see some charge to form a. The whole charge is not going to be discharged.
Okay. So what is locus? What is locus?
Local
Oh yeah, tell me.
locus is a local oxidization of silicon. In order to when two different devices are placed side by side, in order to avoid leakage or in order to avoid during fabrication some mistake, we are going for locus.
Okay.
So during location or locus also we are going to see certain problems. The oxide is going to be go beneath the gate or beneath the um, gate. So we are going to see the Bartbeek effect.
Okay. So
So to
any
avoid locus, we will go for
yeah, continue, Prashant.
to avoid locus, we'll go for HTI, shallow trench isolation.
Okay.
We are going to etch for a deep into the substrate, and we are going to fill with oxide.
Okay. So anyone? Vishnu, Nidhi, Rakesh, Ankur. Okay. So what is crosstalk?
Yeah, crosstalk can be defined as unwanted noise when two signals or two wires travel parallelly together for a long distance. We are going to the capacitance formed, parasitic capacitance formed between two these nets. For example, if two wires travel for long, one is a strong signal, another is a sensitive signal. The sensitive signal is going to the strong signal is going to inject some noise into sensitive signal where their functioning will affects. It's called the cross effect, crosstalk effect.
Okay. How many types of crosstalk?
How many types of cross? How many types?
How many types of crosstalk?
Uh, crosstalk we see that we have been different preventions type.
Okay, types. Anyone? How many types of?
Like side shielding, coaxial shielding.
Oh yeah. So which type? Which type?
This
If we go for yeah,
this is the shielding is so procedure to prevent the crosstalk, correct?
Yeah.
yeah,
So I'm not able to understand. So what type of the crosstalk? So can you
the
example?
shielding can be done two types, like side shielding and coaxial shielding.
Okay, but the types crosstalk.
Crosstalk types.
Yeah. Okay. So
Can
We,
you
shield.
example anyone? Example of crosstalks? Can you give any data?
hello.
What is shielding?
Shielding is like we are going to guard the victim or the victim net or the strong signal victim according to uh, design. Like shielding, we are going to connect. We are going to, for example, if the signal is very strong, we are going to shield a sensitive signal. Is not going like if some is like if some M1 metal is parallelly traveling for long, we are going to shield sidely going. We are going to side by side M1 and M1, connecting those two grounds.
Okay.
This is side shielding. When
Okay.
we go for coaxial, we are going to see uh, like what I'm going to say. M play M the if suppose if it is M1, we are going to see M0, M0 metal beneath that one, and M1 plus M2 metal and M1 M1 side by side.
Okay. Good. Anyone?
So the shielding just a method to prevent the crosstalk. So as discussed, there are two type of shieldings are available. One is a paddler, and second with the coaxial. So in paddlers, we just surround our sensitive nets by the metal layers and connect this the shielding metal layers with the uh, high or the low voltage, either the VSS or the VDD. So that's the the crosstalk signals can be passed out through this high voltage or the low voltage metal lines. And in the coaxial, like so, we shield our nets with the one metal above mx plus ones and the mx minus one, and connect this the shielding metals with the high voltage or the low voltage potentials within the chip,
Okay.
so that the crosstalk may be passed through these high metal layers and doesn't pass to the my sensitive net.
Okay. 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 So tell me about double patterning.
Yeah, a double patterning technique is used in the latest technologies like FinFET technologies.
Okay.
We are going to see polys parallel for a long one. We are going to see more polys parallelly. So we cannot etch those polys or some metals in a single marks. So we are going to go for numbers. Suppose there are an example of five metals parallel. So we are going to first fabricate 1, 3, and 5. Then we go for second pattern 2 and 4.
Okay.
So likewise, we can see that if we go, this is double patterning is very helpful in the latest technologies, because if we use a single mask, we are going to see there will be non-uniformity and there will be some like over etching, or there will be shorting or opens.
Okay. Good. So anyone?
So I will want to tell. So due to the resolution limit of the light, we generally use in the fabrications, we have a certain limit to create a minimum mask. I think say that 28 nanometers. So by using the conventional light source, we cannot be create a mask below the 28. So if you want to be create a masks below the 28, so we need to be adopts the double pattern techniques, which is called as advanced node techniques also. So here we can decompose our mask into two color, and these two color masks treat as a different mask. So we will first create a one mask and run, and then we create the another mask. So three major theme conventional techniques are majorly used for the fabrications. One is a litho etch, second one is a ACDP, and third one is uh, third one I'm not aware. So two of the major techniques we use to create the fabrications for the in the lithographies, where we split the metal layers into the two mask colors, and these two mask colors treat as a
Okay.
separate mask. So
Okay.
that the design rules are different for means mask 1 to mask 2. The spacing rules, the width rules are different. So with the same light source, with the multi pattern techniques, we can fabricate the mask below the 28 nanometer.
Okay. Okay. Next question. What is antenna effect? What type of preventions used?
Yeah, antenna effect is like doing ion etching or reactor ion, which we are going to say huge amount of plasma is going to inject on a metal which is connected to the gate. so that the during fabrication that the amount discharged on the gate is going to affect the gate is going to affect the oxide. So this is antenna effect, where we can avoid antenna effect like by using jumpers or antenna diode, reverse antenna diodes,
Okay.
or using larger metals. So we are going to see the antenna ratio, area of the metal connected and area of the poly.
Okay.
Depending on that, we are going to set the rules. We are going to design.
Okay. So, but in antenna effect, what is hillock? Hillock and hillock?
Yeah, this antenna we are going to see lock on EMI.
Okay.
In EM we are going to see hillock and voids.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, in EM we are going to see when the current density is more than the metal width, so that the current density is it will drag, or it will, along with that flow of charges, the atomic particles present in that metal is going to be dragged out. So we are going to see there some kinds of voids or hillocks formed, so it will cause shorts and opens. So in order to avoid, we are going to increase the metal width, or we are going to use parallel metals or go for higher metals.
Okay. So, preventions what? For
Yeah, as prevent, we are going to increase the metal width, and we are going to use parallel metals, or we are going to go for higher metals which have low resistance.
Actually, antenna effect. Yeah, antenna effect. What?
Antenna effect we are going to use for jumpers, like metal 1 is connected to metal 2 and metal 2 again is connected to metal 1.
Okay.
So like that we are going to fit jumpers, and we are going to see like antenna diodes,
Okay. Antenna.
or we are, yeah,
One prevention is missing.
dummy polys, or we are going to increase the poly area,
Yes, dummy transistors.
dummy transistors.
Okay. So anyone try to this answer? Rakesh, Shamkur, Nidhi, Vishnu Teja. Anyone try
The
to?
same. So we are also where we are aware 3 types. So same answer.
Okay. Good. So what is well proximate effect? What is well
Pardon?
proximate effect?
What is your question?
What
Well
is
proximity effect. So during formation of N-well, the ions which are going to be during ion implantation, we are going to see the ions. We are going to see that ion implantation at an angle which is like 7 degrees or something. So during that ion implantation, we are going to see some of the ions get scattered at the edge of the L and going to scattered if there will be non-uniform density. So the different, so from the well edge, we are going to see different charges behave differently. For example, we have a transistor one at the well, very close to the well, others in the middle. So those VT will vary, like carrier mobility will vary, some coefficients will vary. We are going to see the effect.
Okay. What is angle used during well proximate effect?
I think 7 degrees or something.
Okay.
I don't know exactly.
Okay. Actually, 7 degrees is right. But positive or negative?
I think positive only.
Okay. Anyone? Anyone try to this answer? Tell me about
So
well proximate effect.
so ions are scattered at the wall entry due to the photon mask. So I feel the angle is not a major concern here.
Okay.
So when during the ion implantations, the ions scattered due to the uh, uh, edge of the walls due to the photoresistive materials and come back into the substrates, which increase the potential of the substrate. So the transistors which are near the wells have the different parameters as compared to the transistors which are far from the well edge.
Okay. Okay, what are errors of DRC and LVS? So tell me DRC, DRC.
In DRC, we are going to see like enclosure, overlap errors, and sizing, like minimum space errors, minimum width errors, minimum area and density errors,
Okay,
enclosure, overlap errors.
okay,
In LVS, we have stamping errors and property errors and
We have in like
correct
mismatch,
ports.
like the
Yeah.
comparison errors and extraction errors. We are going to see device mismatches, parameters, pin errors, shorts and opens,
Stamping error.
okay,
shorts and opens,
okay.
device mismatching, pin errors, and all this.
Okay, anyone? Anyone try to this answer?
Same. Just DRC depend upon the application technology. So uh, the rules may be changed according to the technology. And the LVS is same. So like device parameter mismatch, device missing, open net, floating gates, all these types of we catch within the LVS.
Okay.